The Academy Commons was a place where different species gathered to eat and talk. Humans were new here. Only 5 humans came to this station and was one of them. She sat alone at a table, eating her meal slowly and looking at nothing in particular. The other aliens around her talked loud and showed off their bodies, had crystal skin that caught the light, glowed soft colors under their skin, had 4 arms and moved fast, ate her food and did not make noise. He was bigger than and made sure everyone knew it. His crystal skin was sharp and clear. When he walked, other aliens moved out of his way, had seen eating alone many times before. He decided today was the day to have fun with the human girl. Walked to his table with 2 other behind him. He did not ask if he could sit. He just dropped his meal down hard on the table and stared at. His friends laughed even though nothing funny had happened yet. "A human eating in the Academy Commons," said. His voice was loud and made other aliens look over. "This is strange. Humans do not belong at a place for real students." Did not look up. She cut a piece of food and put it in her mouth. She chewed slowly. Leaned back in his chair. He was happy that people were watching. "You know what I think? I think humans are soft. I think your world was easy and that is why you are so weak. My world has storms that destroy mountains. My world has creatures that can cut through metal. What does your world have? Rain? Snow?" One of the other made a sound like a laugh. Still did not look at. She took a drink of water. The water was cold. It was good water. "I am talking to you, human," said. He was angry now because did not care about his words. "Look at me when I talk to you." Turned her head and looked at for 2 seconds. Then she turned back to her plate. She did not say anything. She did not make a face at him. She just looked and then looked away. This made more angry. He stood up and pushed his chair back. The sound was loud. Many aliens stopped eating to watch, walked around the table until he was standing next to. He bent down close to her face. "Are you deaf? Are you stupid? Maybe humans are both. Maybe your brain is small like your body." Ate another piece of food. Was very close, but she did not move away. She did not speed up her eating. She did not slow down. She just kept doing what she was doing. Then did something stupid. He grabbed the edge of his table and pushed it hard. The food jumped up. Water spilled, but was fast. She moved her hands up and caught the cup before it fell off. The water stayed in the cup. She set the cup down on the table that was now wet and messy. Looked at the wet table, then she looked at her plate of wet food. The pieces of food were ruined. She stood up. For a moment thought she would finally fight him. His friends moved closer. The aliens watching all went quiet. Walked to the waste bin and threw away her wet plate of food. She did not look at. She did not say angry words. She just threw the food away and walked to get a new plate. She got new food and sat at a different table. She was alone again, but farther away from. Stood there with his friends. The other aliens in the commons looked at him. Some of them looked away. Some of them had small smiles, had wanted a fight. He had wanted to yell at him or try to hit him, but did not do that. She just left. This made him feel strange. It made him feel small. A student named was sitting near the new table where sat. His skin showed colors under the surface like light under ice. He had watched the whole thing was not like other aliens. He asked questions about things. He thought about things. Right now he was thinking about. He had seen other humans come to the academy. They usually got angry fast when aliens made fun of them. They tried to fight. They yelled and showed they were upset, but did not do this, wanted to know why. That night was in the academy library. Books were not really books here. They were files that showed words in the air when you asked the machine for them, was reading about the world. The book said their world had storms and hard creatures and sharp rocks. It said were made strong by their hard world. It was like Earth that way, but different things made it hard. Came to where was reading. He was not sure if he should talk to her. Other aliens did not really talk to humans, but was different. "I saw what did to you in the commons," said. Closed the book and looked at. "Yes," she said, that was all. "Why did you not fight him?" asked. "Did he ask me to fight him?" said. "No, but he was mean to you. He pushed your table. He made you throw away your food." "That is what he did," said. "But what did I do to him?" "Had to think about this." "Nothing. You did not do anything to him." "Then why would I fight?" said. She opened the book again. "If I fight him, then I am playing his game. His game is about being strong and mean. If I play his game, I can only win or lose. But if I do not play his game, then he is the only one playing. He looks strange playing alone." Did not understand this at first, but he knew it was important. He left alone to read, but he could not stop thinking about what she said. The next day, more aliens heard about what happened in the Commons. By the next week, the story was everywhere. Wanted to make it mean something different. He told his friends that was scared. He told them she was weak. He said next time he would make her really afraid. He said it loud so could hear. She was eating in the Commons again, alone, not scared. When she heard say he would fight her in the training grounds, she just nodded. She said, okay. That was all. She did not get angry. She did not try to back out. She just said okay and went back to her food. 2 days before the fight in the training grounds, went to class like normal. She sat in the back of the room and took notes. She did not talk about the fight coming. She did not seem worried. The teacher was with 4 arms. His name was. He watched during class and wondered why she was not nervous like the other humans would be. After class, another human student named David came up to. David was big and strong. He played sports on Earth. He thought should be scared. You need to train, David said. You need to get strong fast is faster than you. He is stronger than you. He has crystal skin that can cut. You have normal skin. You will lose. Put her books in her bag. Maybe, she said. Maybe you should be training now. You should be learning to fight. Why are you just walking around like everything is normal? David was upset. He thought was stupid. What would I learn? Asked. How to fight, how to hit hard, how to use your speed. David's voice was loud. Other students looked. I am already fast, said. I am already strong enough for what I need. More strength or more speed will not help me. David did not understand. He thought was wrong, but he left her alone. He did not know what else to say. In the next 2 days, did things that seemed normal. She helped a young student understand math. She cleaned her room. She ate her meals. She went to sleep at normal times. She did not go to the training gym. She did not practice any fighting moves. She did not run or lift things to get stronger. But she did other things. She sat quiet for long times and just thought. She read books about different alien species and how they fought. She learned about weak points, not physical weak points, mental weak points. She learned that got angry fast. She learned that they needed to win right away or they got tired. She learned that they liked being the center of attention. When people stopped watching them, they got upset. Found on the last day before the fight. She was sitting in a garden part of the station where plants from different worlds grew together. The plants were blue and red and colors that did not have names. Everyone is talking about the fight, said. Yes, said. Are you ready? Asked. Ready for what? Said. To fight in front of all those aliens. They are all coming to watch. They think we'll win. Some of them think you will be hurt bad. Touched one of the blue plants. It was soft. What do you think? She asked. Sat down next to her. He had been thinking about this for 2 days. I think you know something, he said. I think you are not scared like a normal human would be. I think you know something about fighting that you are not telling anyone. I know something, said, but it is not really about fighting. What is it about? Asked. It is about people, said. Is strong, his body is strong, his crystal can cut and break things, this is true, but is not smart about how to use his strength. He is like a storm. A storm is powerful, but a storm goes in one direction. If you know where the storm is going, you can move out of the way. If you are still, the storm might miss you. Tried to understand. You are saying is like a storm. Not exactly, said. I am saying only knows one way to be. He knows how to be angry and strong and fast. If I am there to hit, he will hit me hard. But what if I am not there the way he thinks I will be? Was starting to understand, but he did not fully get it yet. Will you fight back? He asked. No, said. Will you run? Asked. No, said. Then what will you do? Asked. I will stand there and not do what he wants me to do, said. I will let him do his thing, and I will not be the thing he is trying to do it to. This made skin show bright colors. It was a sign that he was excited or he understood something new. You are going to make him fight himself, said. Something like that, said. In another part of the station was with his friends. They were all very happy. They talked about what they would do too. They talked about how fast it would be. They said it would be over in 5 seconds. They said they would make her cry. They said they would make her run away from the academy. They said humans would never come back to the academy after they saw what happened too. Was happier than his friends. He thought about being the best fighter on the station. He thought about being famous. He thought about beating a human from in front of thousands of aliens. This would make him important. Everyone would know his name. I will not even need to hit her hard, said. She will be so scared that she will fall down just from seeing me run at her. His friends all said this was true. None of them knew that was not scared. None of them knew what was thinking. None of them knew what was about to happen. The academy sent out a message to all students. A fight would happen in the training grounds. It would be the against the human. The message said it would be a good learning experience for everyone. Teachers said students could come watch during their free time. By the day of the fight, the message had been shared across the whole station. People from other places who worked on the station wanted to come watch. The academy opened the training grounds to everyone. There would be cameras to show the fight on screens around the station. Woke up the morning of the fight. She felt calm. She took a shower. She put on regular clothes, not special fighting clothes. She ate breakfast. She did her morning reading. She sat quiet in the garden for 1 hour and just breathed slow and deep. David came to find her. He was worried. "Are you okay?" he asked. "Are you really going to do this?" "Yes," said. "You are going to lose," David said. He was sure of this. "Maybe," said, "but not the way you think." Walked to the training grounds at the time she was told to come. Thousands of aliens were already there. They filled to the person who was running the fight made a sound to start it. Moved right away. He was fast. His crystal body caught the light as he ran. He made loud sounds like he was strong and mean. He ran straight at with his arms ready to grab her or hit her. Did not move until the last second. When was almost on top of her, she stepped to the side. It was a small move, not a big jump, not a fast run, just a step. Body went past her. He was going too fast to stop. He hit the boundary wall of the training ground hard. The sound was loud, fell down. For a moment he did not move. The aliens in the stands went quiet. They did not know what had just happened. They thought would grabs, they thought he would throw her down, but he had hit the wall instead. Got back up. His crystal skin was not broken, but he looked confused and angry. He yelled a sound that was like a roar. He charged it again. This time she waited until he was even closer. She stepped to the side again, this time to the other side. Hit the wall again, but not as hard. The aliens in the stands started to talk to each other. Some of them laughed. They thought it was funny that was missing her, but did not think it was funny. He was getting more angry. He ran it again and again. Each time she moved. Each time he went past her. Each time he either hit the wall or fell to the ground or crashed into the training area. Never hit, she never punched him, she never kicked him. She never did anything but move. She moved the smallest amount she needed to move. She did not run away from the training ground. She did not hide. She just stood in the center and let do what he wanted to do, and everything wanted to do went wrong. After 5 minutes was breathing hard. His fast crystal body was getting tired. Humans had better ways to breathe than humans could keep going longer when they were tired. Did not know this. He only knew that he was tired and was not. He charged at her again. This time when he went past her and hit the wall, he did not get up right away. He lay on the ground for a long time. The aliens in the stands were not laughing anymore. They were watching something they did not understand. Got up, he was angrier now, but he was also scared. He had hit many times and she was still just standing there. She was not even breathing hard, she was not even moving fast. She was just being there. He ran at her again and again she moved out of the way. Again he crashed, again he fell. This happened many more times, kept running at, kept moving. The fight did not look like a fight. It looked like was playing alone, was just a still thing that he could not hit. 7 minutes into the fight was very tired. His breathing was loud, he was not thinking straight anymore, he was just angry. He ran it again, but this time he was slower. Stepped aside and he crashed into the wall, but not very hard. She could have pushed him when he ran past her. She could have made him hurt more, she did not. Got up and stood in the center of the training ground. He looked at. His crystal skin was not cut or broken, but his body was hurt from hitting things so many times. His mind was hurt more than his body. "Fight me," he yelled. His voice was not strong anymore. "Hit me, do something, anything, just fight me." Did not say anything. She just looked at him. She was not mean when she looked at him. She was not happy that he was losing, she just looked. Ran at her again. This time he was so tired that he was slow. When he ran past, she did not even need to move very much. He fell down on the ground because he was so tired. He could not get up right away. The aliens in the stands were very quiet now. They had not seen anything like this. They had come to watch a human get beaten. Instead, they had watched a beat himself. They had watched a human girl just stand there while someone strong and fast hurt himself over and over. Some of the aliens in the stands began to understand what was happening. They were not just watching a fight. They were watching something else. They were watching strength that was not about hitting things. Got up again, he was shaking. He had tried to hit many times. He had not touched her once. She had not touched him once. But he was the one who was hurt. He looked crazy now. He screamed and ran at her one more time, but he was so tired that he could barely run. When he got to her, he was moving so slow that she could have pushed him over with her hand. She did not. She just stepped aside. This time did not hit the wall. He just fell down in the middle of the training ground. He could not get up. He lay there and breathed hard. He did not move again. The person running the fight waited to see if would get up. The rule was that a fight was over when someone could not get up, tried to push himself up with his crystal hands, but he did not have the strength. He fell back down. He tried again and failed again. Finally, the person running the fight made a sound to end it. Had won, but she had not hit even once. She had not done anything but stand there and not be where wanted to hit. She had won by doing nothing. Walked over to, he was lying on the ground and breathing hard. She looked at him for a moment. Then she put her hand down to help him up, looked at her hand. His crystal eyes were confused. He did not know why she would help him. She had just beaten him by making him beat himself. But took her hand, he let her help him up. When he was standing, he looked at. He did know after the fight ended, everything changed fast. The other who came with to watch saw him lose in front of thousands of aliens. They did not run to help him. They did not say he had done well. They turned away and did not look at him. In the way, losing meant you were not strong. If you were not strong, you were not worth knowing. His friends left him alone. Walked out of the training ground with helping him move. His body hurt everywhere. He had hit the wall so many times. But his mind hurt more than his body. He had done everything wrong. He had wanted to show everyone how strong he was. Instead, he had shown everyone how he could not touch a girl who was standing still. Took to the medical room. A doctor checked him. The doctor was surprised, had many small hurt places, but nothing was broken. Humans were good at knowing how to move, had known exactly how much to let crash and hurt himself without breaking him. When the doctor was done, sat alone in the medical room. He did not know what to think, for his whole life had been strong. His world had hard things on it, so became strong. This was true. But strength in hitting things was not the only kind of strength. Had shown him that. He had never thought about this before. Came to the medical room to see. This was strange. Why would someone come to see someone who had lost, but was different? He was thinking about new things. "You are not what I thought," said when he saw. "Neither are you," said. "Neither is she." "She beat me without hitting me," said. "Yes," said. "Your world made you strong in one way, but she is strong in a different way. Her world is harder than your world. Everyone thinks Earth is soft, but it is not. It is hard in ways that worlds are not hard." Did not know what meant, but he thought about it. That night, the video of the fight was shown everywhere on the station. It went to other stations in the system. Other people watched a human girl stand still while it ran into walls. They watched a human girl help up the alien she had beaten. They did not know what to think about it. Some aliens said it was luck. Some said was not very good at fighting. Some said had done a trick that would only work once. But the ones who were smart about fighting and about people, they began to understand. They began to see that had done something that showed new strength. Military people from the station started to talk about it. They had ways to fight that were old and normal. His way was not normal. One military person said, "If we had soldiers who could make enemies defeat themselves, we would never lose a war." Another person said, "But that is not how fighting works." The first person said, "Maybe it is how it should work." In the academy, things were different now. The bullying of humans stopped. Aliens who had been mean to the human students started to be nice to them. David the human was surprised. He thought it was because they were scared of humans. Maybe that was a little true, but mostly it was because they had seen something new. They had seen that humans had something special. The academy leaders called to their office. There were 4 of them. They were from different species. They were important people. They wanted to know how she did it. "I did not do anything," said. "You stood there and defeated himself," the academy leader said. Her name was Tor. She was "This is not nothing. This is something very big. How did you know he would do this?" "I know what happens when someone is only angry," said. "When you are only angry, you cannot think. When you cannot think, you make mistakes. Was angry. I just let the anger do what anger does." "You let him hit the wall and hurt himself," another leader said. "He chose to hit the wall," said. "I did not make him do it. I just did not do what he wanted me to do. I did not be there the way he wanted me to be." The leaders looked at each other. They understood something, but they did not know what words to use for it. "We want to offer you something," Tor said. We want you to teach other students about this. We want you to teach them about conflict and about strength. Will you do this? Thought about it, she had not wanted to be important or famous, but maybe this was a good way to help people understand things. Yes, she said. Heard that was going to teach classes. He went to the first one. Many aliens came because they wanted to know the secret. They thought would teach them how to make people defeat themselves. They thought she would teach them tricks. But did not teach tricks. She taught about how people work. She taught about anger and fear and pride. She taught about what makes someone weak even when they are strong. She taught about how the strongest thing you can do sometimes is nothing at all. Sat in the back and listened. He did not say anything, but he was learning something about himself. He was learning that strength was not only about power. Strength was about knowing what to do when someone was trying to hurt you. Sometimes what to do was to do nothing. One day after class, asked to talk to alone. They went to the garden where had found before, had never been in this garden before. Why did you help me up? Asked. I was mean to you, I wanted to hurt you, why did you help me? Touched one of the blue plants. Because you were not bad, she said. You were just wrong, you did not know that strength was different things. Now you know, now you are better, so I helped you up. Understood this. He began to cry, not like he was weak, but like he was feeling something true. He had learned that everything he thought about strength was not all of the truth. What is your world like? Asked. How does a world make people like you 3 months after the fight? Classes were full. Aliens came from many species. Some came because they wanted to learn what she knew. Some came because they wanted to understand what had happened in the training ground. Some came because they had heard she was teaching something new about strength. Had become close to. They spent time together outside of classes, helped set up the class meetings in a big room. The room had seats and a place where could stand to talk, made sure the room was ready each time. Why did you want to do this? Asked her one day. You are famous now. Everyone on the station knows your name. You could do anything. Why teach? Because people need to know this, said. Was not a bad person. He just did not know better. There are many like him. They only know one way to be. If they can learn another way, they can be better. What do you teach them? Asked. I teach them that strength has many shapes, said. I teach them that the fastest runner is not always the strongest person. I teach them that someone who does not get angry is not weak. I teach them that thinking can be stronger than hitting. I teach them that knowing what to do is better than just doing something. Skin showed happy colors. My people could use this teaching, he said. We think fast and change our minds fast. We do not always think about what we do. Yes, said, and that is okay. Different people are strong in different ways, that is the point. Are strong in power, are strong in thinking fast, are strong in doing many things at the same time. Humans are strong in not giving up and in knowing what is right. If we all knew this about each other, we would be better together. More weeks passed. Classes were still full. The story of what happened in the training ground had become something like a legend. Some aliens said it was the most important thing that had ever happened on the station. They said it showed that a new way of thinking was possible. Had changed a lot. He was no longer the who bullied humans. He was a who thought about things. He asked questions in class. He talked about what he learned with some of them listened. Some of them did not, but kept trying. One day, asked to walk with him, they walked through the station to a place where you could see space. There were stars everywhere. The station moved slowly through the stars. I have been thinking, said. I have been thinking about what would have happened if you had fought me the way I wanted to fight. What would have happened? Asked. I would have won, said. I am faster and stronger. If you had fought me, I would have beat you down. But then what? You would be hurt and I would be the same. I would still only know one way to be strong. Now I know many ways. Now I am actually stronger than I was before. Nodded. This was what she had wanted to show him. Thank you, said. Thank you for not fighting me the way I wanted. Thank you for learning, said. 3 more months passed. The academy asked to teach more classes. Other stations asked her to come and teach there. She got a message from a human diplomat named Robert. He was important in the human government. He wanted to talk to her about what she had done. They talked through a video screen. Robert was far away on another world. What you did is changing how we see humans in the galaxy, Robert said. We were starting to be seen as strong because of weapons and because of wars. Now we are being seen as wise. The story of you and has spread everywhere. People want to understand the human way. There is no human way, said. There is just a way that comes from growing up on a hard world. Earth teaches you that you cannot always win by force. You have to know when to fight and when not to fight. You have to be smart. Yes, Robert said, and the galaxy needs to know this. We are asking if you will come home and talk to our government. Then we will send you to other planets to teach. Will you do this? Said yes, she would do this. But first she had to finish her time at the academy. She had classes to teach. She had students who were learning. She could not leave them. When she told them that she was going to leave, they both felt sad. Said, the station will not be the same without you. Yes, it will, said. You will teach the new students, will teach the new students. The idea is here now, it will stay even after I leave. But you will come back, asked. Maybe, said. Maybe I will come back, or maybe you will come to Earth and see where I come from. On last day at the academy, many aliens came to say goodbye. They lined up to tell her what they had learned. Some said they had learned to be patient. Some said they had learned to think before they acted. Some said they had learned that there were many kinds of strength. One young said, you taught me that I do not have to use all 4 of my arms to be strong. I can think with my brain instead. That night sat alone in the garden. She looked at the plants from many different worlds growing together. She thought about Earth. She thought about how hard it was. She thought about how that hardness made humans different. She thought about and how he had learned. She thought about and how he had understood right away. She thought about all the other aliens who now knew that strength was many different things. The sky above the station was full of stars. Each star had planets. Each planet had people. Now many of those people knew about a human girl who won a fight by standing still. Now many of them were thinking about what that meant. Received a message. It was from a ship. The ship was coming to get her. It would take her back to Earth. She would go to the government buildings. She would talk to people. She would teach them about what happened on the station. But before she left, wrote something. She wrote it in the academy book. The book kept all the important things that happened at the academy. She wrote about what strength really was. She wrote about how Earth had made humans different. She wrote about how the strongest thing you can do is not always the thing that looks strong. Her words would stay in the book. Other aliens would read them. They would think about them. Maybe they would change too. As ship left the station, she looked back. The station was getting smaller. The stars were getting bigger. She thought about how one day in a training ground had changed everything. She had not wanted to be famous. She had not wanted to change how the galaxy thought about humans. She had just wanted to show that there was a different way. And sometimes the smallest action, the quietest choice, the thing that looks like nothing at all, can be the biggest and strongest thing of all. On Earth would tell this story. She would teach it to her people. She would show them that humans did not need to be the biggest hitters or the fastest runners. Humans needed to be wise. Humans needed to know when to stand still. Humans needed to understand that true strength is knowing yourself and knowing what the right thing to do is, even when no one is watching. The story of the human girl who sat quiet through alien bullies and ended the fight without rising would spread across the galaxy. It would be told in schools. It would be told in governments. It would be told wherever people were trying to understand what strength really meant. And somewhere on the station she left behind, sat with and other young aliens. They talked about what had taught them. They planned how to teach it to others. They understood that one person in one moment with one quiet choice had changed how an entire galaxy thought about strength. That was the power of standing still when everyone expected you to fight. That was the power of knowing yourself. That was the human way. My world is hard, said. There are storms and heat and cold. There are animals that can kill you. There are places where you can get lost and not find your way back. These things make people know that sometimes you cannot win by being strong. Sometimes you win by being quiet. Sometimes you win by knowing what to do. Sometimes you win by being kind to someone who is not kind to you. Looked at the blue plants and thought about Earth. He had thought it was soft. Now he understood that it was hard in ways that made humans different from. Can I come to your next class? Asked. Yes, said. You can come to all of them if you want. Started to come to all of his classes. He sat in the front now, not the back. He asked questions. He was not the same who had pushed over her table in the commons. He was someone who was learning what real strength was. T know what to say. He had wanted to beat her. He had wanted to hurt her, and she had helped him up. The aliens in the stands did not know what to think. They did not cheer for her. They did not yell for her. They just watched. They were thinking about what they had seen. They were thinking about strength. They were thinking about what it meant to be powerful when you did not hit anything. Was in the stands. His skin was showing colors like he was very excited or very moved by something. He had been right. Knew something that other people did not know. She knew how to make someone defeat themselves. She knew how to stand still and be stronger than someone who was moving fast and hitting hard. The humans in the stands looked at with surprise. David was there. He had come to see get beaten. Instead, he had seen her win in a way he did not think was possible. Stands, they were loud and excited. They all wanted to see the human girl get beaten down by the cameras were ready. People across the whole station were watching. Was already in the center of the training ground. He was showing off his body. He was making sounds like a growl. He was jumping and spinning to show how strong and fast he was. Everyone was watching him. He was the center of everything. Walked into the training ground. She walked slow and steady. She did not show off. She did not jump or growl. She just walked to the center where she stood still. She put her hands at her sides. She was ready. But inside was thinking hard. She was thinking about what she knew that did not. She was thinking about her world, about Earth, about how her people stayed alive. And she was thinking about what real strength was.